I really love Indonesia.
I'm happy with Indonesia.
Everything about Indonesia is
Shaping of a new life.
Saya belajar.
saya asli
The things that you are still not used to.
What God.
dia concern.
I'm little different.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Not Diplomat Channel, reporting from East Java, Indonesia, a popular destination country for people from all over the world to visit during holidays. But what if you decided to live here instead? First of all, thank you for your help.
No problem. No problem.
Where are you from?
From the Netherlands, from Belanda.
How long have you been in Indonesia for?
Around 5 months now.
What brought you to Indonesia?
I wanted to serve God in a certain way, and God opened this door for me to Indonesia, to come to Indonesia. That's kind of why I'm here.
So is it coincidence or you choose specifically Indonesia?
It wasn't in the first time right away that I knew that I was going to go to Indonesia. I just knew that I wanted to do something for God, and I wanted to get to know God's creation and God's people, and to shine God's love in a way.
Do you mind if I ask you what do you do?
I have been studying the language for 20 hours a week, and we do a variation of things. Like me and a friend, she's from India. We are helping at a children's home, and we are kind of constantly praying for God to show us how we can serve the country and love on the people, get to know the culture, the people.
So your work is voluntary work.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you for your service, ladies. How is life here in Indonesia for you?
It's been amazing. I think I've learned a lot about the people, about the culture, about the strengths of the culture, but also the things I appreciate from home. But it's amazing to see how God created this beautiful country and all the people here. That's something I really, I'm passionate for that. So.
What are the things that you are still not used to?
Oh, yeah, maybe sometimes like when you're tired, we are a more private country. So here it's more walking by yourself. And you want to be nice to people, but then everyone wants to greet you and you're just a little bit tired. So then it's this thing where sometimes it's just like, oh, that is a little bit hard. You can just like walk and then you're not aware of everyone, but then you're always sticking out because your skin is whiter. So then, and you want to be nice to people, but sometimes you're just very tired and then it's like, you're like, hi, but like that.
Compared to when you were living in the Netherlands, how different is your lifestyle now because of the circumstances?
I was a social worker in my country, so I would work 5 days a week. Now I'm really depending on what God has in a way because, I'm not getting paid or anything. So in a way, that's definitely different, but it's so much richer because, I can learn so much in this time. I can learn the language and everything is different. So it's like whole shaping of a new life in a way.
Do you prefer to live in Indonesia or in the Netherlands so far?
So far, I think I can't choose between one or two because the country itself, I really love Indonesia. But like in the Netherlands, I have my family, my friends, like everything in a way which I grew up with is there. So of course I miss that. But beside it, I feel a lot of connection to the culture and to the people here. So I can't really choose, I think.
Can you speak Indonesian?
Yeah, I'm learning. So I hope that I can speak a little bit.
Bagaimana kamu belajar bahasa Indonesianya?
Saya menikmati belajar bahasa Indonesia. Saya pikir karena saya bisa belajar lebih dari budaya dari Indonesia dan saya menikmati ngobrol dengan orang dari Indonesia dan karena saya belajar saya bisa ngobrol lebih.
Where are you from originally?
I come from the Netherlands.
And what brought you here to Indonesia?
My wife come from Indonesia. She lived in the Netherlands for 6 years. After she gave birth of our first child, she want to move back to Indonesia, and now I am here.
I might be too late, but congratulations for your marriage. And how long have you been in Indonesia for?
1 year and 4 months.
Do you mind if I ask you what do you do?
Now I go every day to the university, Monday to Friday until the summer, and after that I have no ideas yet.
Okay. Oh, so you're in university for learning Bahasa Indonesia?
Yes. My job in the Netherlands, I cannot do it here.
What did you do before?
My job in the Netherlands was restoration work. Historic buildings, churches, castles, palaces have like very old paintings, so I have to restore the paintings.
How is life here in Indonesia for you so far?
The life is good. Some things are better and some things are not better. So I try to accept the Indonesian culture. And so far from now, everything is going well.
What do you like about living in Indonesia?
The people are very friendly. The life is more like life because in my country it's more like working life. Here I feel people have more fun. Even if they work long hours or they have a busy life, but but they are more happy. In my country, when my father is too old to take care of themselves, we put them in the
Senior resident.
Yes, here in Indonesia, people take care of their own family, so the people are closer together. I like that very much.
Do you prefer to live here in Indonesia or back in the Netherlands?
Depends on the situation. Now, I prefer to live here, but if my children finish with school and they're going to university, I prefer they go to university in Europa. But for the rest, I'm fine with Indonesia. I'm happy with Indonesia.
What about the things that you are still not used to about living here?
The difference of personality of people, like we talk now, is very nice and open-minded. But whenever they go in a car or a motor, I call them little devils. Because then it's like me first, me first. There's no rules, there's no polite anymore.
When riding, yeah,
Yes.
in the traffic. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel the same too.
I'm still surprised about it actually, but I am fine.
That's right, Indonesia's traffic is not for the weak. Only the strong can survive. You are doing well, sir.
What I'm also surprised about is last Christmas, almost all of my friends have to work on the first and the second Christmas day. If you talk about the law of Indonesia, if they work on a national free day, then you have three options. You get free day, you get paid extra, or you get an extra free day. They don't get anything. It's so unfair for workers of Indonesia.
Compared to when you were in Netherlands, how different is your lifestyle now because of the country's differences?
My life in the Netherlands, it was working. I did only working, but I like my work. But it changed with me when my first child was born. So then you think about, okay, working is fun, it's nice, but spend time with your friends or family is more important. So my wife wants to come back to here, and now I don't have working life here. I have more chill life. I like it, but it's also very difficult. Like now I have too much free time.
Yeah.
I have too much free time.
Do you speak Bahasa Indonesia? You've been learning it, right?
I am on the process. I can speak a bit bahasa. Yes.
Bagaimana kamu belajar bahasa Indonesia? Caranya?
Saya belajar bahasa di universitas dengan teman-teman dan I speak English. Sometimes I go often to playgrounds like alun-alun Malang. Some people talk with me.
In Indonesian.
First I talk English, but I ask them to talk bahasa because I want to learn bahasa because I live in Indonesia, so I should learn bahasa.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from South Sudan.
And what brought you here to Indonesia?
I came here for studies.
So you are an international student.
I'm an international student.
What do you study?
I study accounting.
And how long have you been in Indonesia for?
A year right now.
Besides being a student, what do you do? Like maybe a football player in training?
I'm also a model. So I've been a model ever since I was in my country. So when I moved in here, I carry on. So I'm still a model right here.
Today's question is, how is life here in Indonesia for you? Like, what do you like about it?
The life in Indonesia here, for me, is actually quite simple. That's what I can say. Based on my experience, being associating with a lot of people, and I've just realized that Indonesians are actually good people. The culture and everything about Indonesia is so good. So it made my life so simple.
You've been here for 1 year now. What are the things that you are still not used to about living here?
One thing I can say actually is what I've experienced over the year that I've spent in Indonesia here. There's this kind of a way Indonesians take pictures of people passing by without their consent. Like it was actually hard for me the first 6 months I came here because I'm not used to a situation whereby you go around taking picture for people like without telling them that can I take a picture of you. So
Are you used to it now?
I'm trying to get used to it because it's like something that happen every day. So and there's nothing you can do about it.
Can you tell me what's the difference about life here in Indonesia compared to in South Sudan?
In my country, as we all know, South Sudan is a young, devolving country with a lot of crises. So the life there is not that easy because, especially for the students, there's still no good education, and also the weather. The weather in Indonesia here is kind of favorable compared to the weather in my country because it's kind of hot there, and here it's moderate.
Have you been to other cities in Indonesia?
Yeah, as a model, I moved to different cities in Indonesia. Yeah, so I've been to Surabaya, Jakarta, Bali.
And you like the weather here the most?
I love the weather here most. The weather is so good here. I love the weather, the culture, and not forgetting the food.
The food.
Yeah.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food in Indonesia is tahu telur.
Tahu telur.
It's so good. Like I love it and I enjoy it the most. And I also love ayam goreng.
Those are simple dishes, but you like them.
They're so simple, but the way they cook it make it so good for me.
Can you like introduce yourself in bahasa Indonesia?
Nama saya David. Saya asli South Sudan.
Not Diplomat Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for 1000 subscribers. Pemirsa sekalian, terima kasih atas segala bentuk dukungan yang telah diberikan, baik dengan menonton video, meninggalkan komentar, hingga mensubscribe. 1000 subscriber ini menjadi tonggak pencapaian sekaligus pengingat agar terus membuat video yang mencerminkan 1000 subscribers. Sekali lagi, terima kasih. Please check out my other videos too.